Hi everyone! So today we're going to be going over how to do two a little bit slightly more complicated folds when it comes to origami. We're going to be doing what we call the inside reverse fold, which is this one here that I have my hands on, and this one here is what we call the outside reverse fold. So these are important because these can be a bit more confusing, but they're often used in a lot of models. This one, especially when you're making a crane. I've seen this one if you want to use or you want to make one of the models for a rabbit. I've seen you use this fold. So the one that I'm going to be going over first is going to be the inside reverse fold. So before I start, I just kind of want to give you an idea of kind of what this looks like, the final product. And I'm going to be kind of opening this up and turning it on the side just so that you can see all the way around what it should look like. So from the side, it should look like this. If I move this up, what's going to happen when I open it up, as you can see, I have a kind of a crease. It almost looks, I guess you could say, like a diamond or a kite. And then on the back side, it should be the same. And then if I open this up again, I should have kind of that reverse kite, but it's kind of pushed in. Okay, so how do I make one of these? So first of all, what I'm going to do is I have my little piece of paper here. I'm going to start with what I call the taco fold. It doesn't really matter which kind of direction you do it in, as long as you have a nice kind of triangle at the end of the day. It's all that matters. So the second part of this is I need to kind of figure out where I want my, kind of, as you can imagine, this head to be. Now, it really doesn't matter too much. What I'm going to do is I'm just kind of going to select this up, and I'm going to just kind of cut it. I guess you could imagine just kind of like this edge right here. I'm going to say this is probably maybe about an inch from the top of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just make a line, and I'm just going to fold it, kind of go over it with my nails. So now I think I called this my happy bird in my presentation. So I have my happy bird. Nice, strong crease. Now this is really important because I'm going to be folding back on this crease. So I need to make sure this one's really sharp. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to undo what I just did. And now as you can see, I still have that crease there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up. As you can see, I have that lovely kite shape, kind of like what I had on the other one. So what I'm going to do is with this kite, I will push this part in so that this top is going to be in the inside of my model. So if you can imagine this being a taco, this is the outside. This is my lovely crunchy wrapper, and this is the inside where I put all my lovely filling. So again, I'm just going to push this in on the inside, right where this fold is. And when I do this, if I do it correctly, what's going to happen is I'm just going to pinch this fold, and now I have my bird. So this one looks a little bit different because it depended on like kind of the angle that I folded it on. It doesn't really matter in this because I'm just doing a practice. Just be careful when you're doing your model. Make sure that you really pay attention to what angle that they're folding it in, because it will affect how your fold looks at the end. Okay, so I'm going to move on to my second fold. This is going to be what we call the outside reverse fold. So I'm going to start this the exact same way that I did the other one. So I have my piece of paper. I'm going to fold my taco. Okay, great. I have my taco. A little asmar there. So I have my taco. I'm going to flip this over so that now I have my kind of like a right triangle. Now, this one, what I'm going to do is, if you can imagine this being like a 90-degree angle, I'm going to kind of fold this where it's about 45. You could do 45. You can do, say, like 30. So it really doesn't matter too much, but you need to make it, I would say, somewhere in the realms of, I would say, somewhere between 30 to 45 degrees. Otherwise, things kind of get a little wonky looking. So now I'm going to just go over that fold, just make sure it's really sharp. And so now I have, I think I call this my happy seal, right? So my seal's looking this way. So I'm going to undo it. As you can see, I still have that fold. So what I'm going to do, so with the other one, I pushed this part inside. Now it's the word outside. I'm going to peel this back, this layer back upon itself, so that it's kind of like a banana right where that fold is. So I open this up on the inside, going to push right along where that fold is, as you can see, and it will sort of kind of fold upon itself and will lay down nicely. So now, sometimes you have to maybe just fiddle with it a little bit. I have my outside reverse fold. Now, if you can sort of see this as kind of like a bunny or a backwards looking seal. All right, so that concludes my little tutorial on how to do the inside and outside reverse fold. On my next video, I will be going over a little bit more complicated fold, which is what we call a squash fold and a petal fold. And in doing so, I'll be going over how we create what we call bases, which are sort of like a series of folds that are used as like a starting point when you make models. And we'll be going over what we call the preliminary or square base and the bird base. All right. Thank you for watching. Bye. Happy folding, y'all.